Ohayo, watashi no pups. Good morning, my pups. Hello, Edge. Welcome. How are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? Okay, so I got good fun news for those who like Valorant, and I've got bad news for my credit card. I just saw that there's a classic skin for sale in the shop. It's not glitch pop. I don't even know if this classic has glitch pop, but it's the Nebula thingy, which looks pretty cool, has like fun sound effects and everything, so I might be getting myself that. So for those who do watch Valorant, you might actually see a decent skin on the classic soon. But now first, Final Fantasy story. Our main classes are maxed out, layer level 90, both of them, Reaper and Sage. Reaper being my favorite. They have gear which is all the way to level 580 gear scores, so we should be good to go. There's materia and everything, so let's have some fun. Hi Ellie! You doing good? I'm doing fine, thank you. I just woke up super early, that's kind of the only sad problem, but I kind of fell back asleep, so we good. There is I know I'm a fox god, but you know, there's also a cat at the shrine. The cat woke me up at like 6:30 by meowing to want to go outside. Flip it. Bastard. Okay, so there's this one thing that I still also want to do, which is finish our raid in the tower here. Now, queuing that as a DPS will most probably take loads of flipping time, but we're gonna do that anyway, because I'm gonna do main story in the meantime, and honestly I want to play my Reaper more. So we're going to Charlian. Okay. I'm still waiting for Ellie to once join a Valorant stream as well, by the way. I'm still waiting for that to happen. Will that never happen, Ellie? Will that really never happen? Are you not gonna join a single Valorant stream? No pressure though. I get where you're coming from. The only thing I would have as a counter thing is like, your arguments are legit, but watching and you know, doing it yourself, I feel that there's still a difference then. But hey, I'm obviously not angry on you. But I do get kind of where you come from. You joined the first minute. That's true, that's true. That's true, that's true. I do get where you're coming from though. I sometimes also dislike it, but I would say I obviously like dislike it more when it happens to like me. What, I guess like watching is still different. But hey, everyone's free to come and go whenever they please. Those are the rules here. As long as you like it here and you have fun here, then we're good to go. Okay, cool. Do I still know how to play this class? Ellie, help me out here. You're the Final Fantasy pro who does never play Final Fantasy because you don't own Final Fantasy, but you know. Oh, but that's that wasn't that much, Ellie. We don't play that much anymore. People still tell me to use that much to warm up in Valorant, but I'm no. No, that's too tilting for me, indeed. I do understand that muches, and I do like it in other games. Like I've played games where there was that much. Though I think maybe they should introduce team that much. That would make it already a lot less annoying, what I was talking about then. But like if not, there's like easy solutions in my opinion. Just, you know, let's just say that much is now, I don't know how many people it is, I already forgot, but let's say it's now 16 people, you know, a free for all on a map. Just reduce that number with like fewer people. Sure, it might take a little bit longer before it's finished. They could also just reduce the end score, like first to 40 kills is now I think the goal. Just reduce that, for example, with less amount of players, or keep the same amount of players but only make like specific bigger maps and put the deathmatches on that. That's like something that I would be like, if they would change things like that, I would try that much out again, I think. But like now I feel the maps are too small for the huge amount of players they put on there. And then indeed what you just say happens sometimes. You just literally like walk past the corner and someone literally just died and respawned there behind you, and you just checked it and he respawns behind you and then he shoots you in your back and you're like, wait, what the? So, you know, those things would obviously still happen, But I feel like they'd happen less if they'd either have bigger maps or just fewer people. But anyway, that's for later today, because I'll probably be playing later today. Now. Final Fantasy. Let's go. Alright. It's main story. I'm hoping I don't have to narrate everything myself. I'm also hoping that we're not gonna get our cube while we are in the middle of story. And I think I need different boots, because these look a bit silly. I do like my cape though. My cape's nice. Alright, let's go. So, we pretty much just started, you know, Endwalker. Yeah, level 80 still. So, yeah, this is all really new. I hear it's an emotional roller coaster. As far as I've heard people talk about Endwalker. So, yeah. I think Nolly did say that the beginning is still okay-ish, but it starts getting kind of depressing really fast. So, buckle up, everyone. Here we go. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. I still have a little bit of a cough sometimes, so if I suddenly stop talking and mute myself, that's the reason why. But I think narrating should work. I'm still hoping that I don't need to do most of it though.
Pray forgive me.
There we go.
I was delayed.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope for.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
We're all here now, level 90, max gear, pretty much. At least we got the classical, so it's good.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our
Probably.
future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
Hi.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Another primal, eh? Ooh.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition. one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have
Nay.
gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Guess who's that? That ain't
Assuming
me.
we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well.
Y'shtola, my
Equal,
love.
I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
She's looking serious, though.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Well, there's only one on me. That's the problem. Okay, I guess it's not a problem.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
I want Y'shtola with me.
As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
Wait, you mean Raiden? Archon? What?
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
No, you don't.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Just a small bit.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
Objections.
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request.
So what am I doing then? Chilling?
Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
I would like to chill. But I guess not. I was about to say something, but I forgot. Nani. Na na na. So okay, I get it now. You gotta do both of these things, okay. Hitting the books. Shall we start with the boring part first? Let's go with the boring part first. An unsettling change has come over Sharlayan, but together we will divine the underlying cause of the Forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the councillors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Sharlayan's archive of historical records for any hints of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day, but now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all swifter. You wouldn't recommend going with the boring? Yeah, you stole Icer, that's true. Also, hi Nolly. Let us reconvene outside Nomenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. You're up early. Oh, I remember what I was about to say. League of Legends has been reinstalled. I'm gonna take this quest after we completely finish the other one, just to keep this a little bit less of a mess. Because as you can see, we've got way too many quests active, but it's okay. So yeah, League of Legends has been reinstalled, by the way, just so you know. That's a thing as well that happened. Uh-oh. So you can expect Ari gameplay, eh? Nani? Ah. What's that? Wait, what's that? Studium. Teleport to Studium. I don't know when though. Also, how are you doing, Nolly? Na 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 na. Oh my gosh, this music here in Charlotte is actually pretty dope though. Do I still know how to play this class? It's been a while again. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Alright, my directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Numenon, Charlian's grandest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the great Gubal library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlian is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are offered access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Gishtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alize and Alfina will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlian history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tomes. I'll be reading. Oh boy. Hey fans! Good morning. Welcome, welcome. What the... I already think there's too many books here now. Alright, let's go. Na 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 na. My gosh, this song is so chill. How are you doing, Vance? Na na. The title on the spine reads The Story of Charlian. Read the book? I guess. Long, long ago on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Njunkrep. Njunkrep was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Njunkrep's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Njunkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to the safety atop Albadatia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Njunkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast, where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island, and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Charlian we live in to this day. Okay. Red-covered book. The title of the spine reads Road of Old the Colony. Read books in Nomenon on the relevant subjects, though. Is this a relevant subject? I have no clue. There's more books. I've honestly no idea if this is gonna be relevant, but whatever. The Old Colony. Let's just read it, I guess. Many years ago, on the banks of the Taliak in the Dravanian hinterland, a Charlian colony once thrived. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took the calling to the colony itself Sharlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Great Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. The following chapter goes on to introduce the most prominent features of Idleshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information to the Forum or cover the history of Sharlayan motherland in great detail. Well, I guess that was the wrong book. The voice of a growing city. That could be about Sharlayan. Ah, whatever. In the years which followed the founding of Sharlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. I think we might have hit the jackpot here. As the city population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Sorry, I had to cough. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protected discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Sharlayan would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the Forum as we know it today conceived and created. Yeah, jackpot. That was a good one. That was a good one. An introduction to the heavens. That sounds not what we need. Forever 20 Summers also does not sound what we need. Well, at least I would say so, I don't know. The faded title on the spine reads Stewards of Wisdom. Maybe this? Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise? That I don't know. Also, hi Matthew. During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archon Nyankrep, founder of Sharlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern Empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Sharlayans took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a founding of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Sharlayan would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Crap! Oh wait, no, that was correct? Okay! I thought because it gave me like text, it was the wrong book, but it was fine. Woohoo! Na 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 na. Hehe. Sorry, were you waiting long? I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Elfenau and Kral should also be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stack mentioned the final days specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would be nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read and a ready supply of hot tea. A ready supply. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Elfino and I were to return to Charlie, and we were not allowed across the threshold. Wow. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Ah, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlian, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilzabard, in fact, for generations my people have dwelt in Corvus, the coastal region opposite the island of Tafner. The Elegants founded a city in that fertile land and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvus braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of elegant technology from being misused. It's Corvus under Garlean rule? Isn't Corvus? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for the Imperial Province, but Garlean renamed the region Locus Amanus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious Imperial family, the noblesse of House Darnus. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in elegant civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs after all. The elegant eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tripped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Alec. As the child born with the elegant eye, I was given over to the custody of friends in the students of Baldesion, who had me registered as a Charlian citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Tancred was taken in by Archon Louiso, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Charlians than you might think. Yet regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, I think, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear, another good reason to get to the bottom of the Forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuses while we try to make some headway into these books, Zenko. More companies should be arriving any moment now. Me just standing while they are doing the reading. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say the pickings were quite slim indeed, Mr. Skrile has already flicked through every history book devoted to hit disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers of the Umbral Calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the event of Amara firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. My thanks. Now where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? A complete destabilization of creation of magics. Primals of unrivaled power were summoned from the ether, the worst kind of phenomena you can imagine. Wasn't primals unrivaled power? I think. I believe Hydaelyn and Zodiac were summoned after the final days had arrived, quite deliberately in fact. Oops, my bad. If we are speaking of phenomena caused by the final days, the chaos of creation magics run rampant is what first comes to mind. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations sprawling the streets. Oh yeah, true, that's what she was talking about. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Ascians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. Alphana, you can answer this one. They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. Wasn't it engulfed in disaster all at once? Or am I wrong again? Okay, I'm wrong again. I think you may be misremembering. As I recall, it was more of a gradual spread. Oh boy. The Amarithans spoke of a keening sound that rose from the land itself, just before a region was visited by catastrophe. We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, just as we were in the midst of the madness. It's been a while, okay, So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered a harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of the Nominans Mammoths and ask after any book which makes mention of such a sound. Last but not least, wouldn't you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They knocked Dalamat from the sky, they summoned Zodiac, they summoned Hydaelyn. Zodiac, right? I'm gonna be wrong again here. Yeah, I'm wrong again. Okay, no, I'm right this time. Yes, with Elizabeth serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then once the balance was redressed, the ancient offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiac, a trait that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones and absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venet and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of the events. With all that freshly in my mind, it doesn't make me wonder what the Telophoroi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with those towers of theirs. Is forcing people to summon primals a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech, a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but this time we began studying these research papers. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of afraid of starting the next cutscene because average wait time is more than 30 minutes and we've already gone in 30. Okay, never mind, let's just go. I'm queuing as a DPS, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. Y'shtola! I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Arcane stacks produced one or two possible useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. It's not about leveling, because, you know, we're playing Reaper. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source reflection from the Garen oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, the tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Kubal Library. It is even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on the shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason then that my colleagues, by they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortunald with knowledge of the Telophoroi and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion as they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is kept secret from the rest of the nation. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty, whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. We're in queue for the last part of the Nier Automata raid, Nolly. You labor for what feels like an age as Y'shtola research assistant. But I kind of want to do it as a Reaper, because, you know, Reaper main. But it's not for the level, because Sage is 90, Reaper's 90, everything else can wait. It's kind of silly, it's kind of funny at the same time, I guess, or silly, whatever you want to call it, that the two latest classes that joined happen to be my favorites instantly. Reaper just plays so cool, plays so smooth, looks awesome, and the same goes for Sage. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books of the subjects I mentioned? Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a Mehmet at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Oh boy. Do you remember by any chance, Nolly, how far we need to be in the quest to get our class-specific gear? Because if I'm not mistaken, there should still be like Reaper gear and Sage gear. Like, I don't know if you've leveled up a Sage already, but when you do the job quest from the Sage, you, like, I think it's the Lost quest line at 80, you can like rent gear, and that's like the coolest looking Sage gear in my opinion, and same for the weapons. So I kind of want those. I think someone mentioned you can actually just buy it somewhere, but you have to go quite far. We have a lot to do? Okay. Too bad. I need different shoes. My shoes are silly. I think those are actually the shoes from the closet. Yeah, music boots. We need something different. Hi, Daikwan. How are you doing? Welcome. Ready for a tea break, Zenko? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables, and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Almost at the end? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, I guess we'll be looking like this for a while then. So I like the chest, but that's also from the Nier Automata dungeon raid, Yora type 53. Maybe if I can get the rest of the Yora 53 armor, that could be decent looking. Because it looks to be full Reaper gear except for our chest. And, you know, our side is a, what's it? Hydrium sickle. But the queues for those raids are quite long. And I do want to do some story, and if I queue as a healer, I might get it a lot faster, but you know, then we'd just be dungeon spamming again. Na 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 na. How are you doing, Daikwan? It's been a while. Na 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 na. You doing well? Nice, that's good to hear. Did I get a new microphone? No, not really. It's still the same. As busy as ever. I see how very Charlian that not other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telefroy. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Alice is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with our quest objectives. Okay, yeah, we kind of know that already. Come on, Alice, we're going for a walk. Pirandier. What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telefroy. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear, and... Wait, you're that House Lavier girl, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner? I'd heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've naught to say to the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Zenko. Hello, Gregorius. Hi, Tibor. Good morning. Yes, main story questline indeed. We are in queue for the Nier Automata raid, part 3, but yes, we're going for main story questlines. And we only pretty much just started Endwalker, so... Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telefroy and their unconsignable plans. My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Levailleur. My apologies, but I work in the office of the Forum, and if I word reached Master Forgeful that I was helping you... I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Well, at least this woman was still polite. So yeah, spoiler alert. In case you haven't done Endwalker yourself yet, and obviously do not spoil me, thank you very much. Wait, is that Mistress Alice I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Lost Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion in between lessons at the studio. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Elfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? Nope. It's no gossip, it's true. It's complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Lavier. No matter how discreet Master Fortunate may have been, news of your family's doing never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now, of all times? We have questions and only Charlian has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with us. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? Yep. Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversations while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? Sure, I guess. That's the spirit. Pay attention now and I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelette is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them you should see a Mikote gentleman. He ordered the oven-basked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. Maytime. Hi. Apparently. Hi, Cass. Welcome. How are you doing? Okay, so do I still remember what I need to give where? So that's Gizla. That's the talkie table. That was the tea set, right? Oh, my tea set. Lovely, thank you. You're welcome. The Telefo who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them. Or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practice of the 6th Astral Era, come on, or esoteric, then I'd happy talk to your ear off. You doing good? Nice to hear. Me too, me too. Okay, so Gizla had the omelette, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, finally. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in, no time to waste. Oh boy, a singer. What? The Telefroi? Ah yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best to stay out of it, I say. The forum made the right choice and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Do you now? Urban banter with a smile. Gosh. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. The final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. Must be busy time to be a gleaner. A what? You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world, procuring things that we haven't got here in Charlian. Priceless books, unusual life specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in the field, picking up every grain which was missed. Reapers, you say? Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is the most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telefroi make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. Okay. My gosh. We're in queue for 45 minutes as a DPS. This is flippin' insane. My gosh. Any troubles with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? I guess we'll have to do it as a flippin' healer, because otherwise it's not gonna work. Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Well, thanks. That's about time. I'm thirsty. But let's enjoy our drinks somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind a peristyle, away from the gossips and their waging tongues. Where? Over there. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. That's a cozy place indeed. Charlian is cozy though.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but Never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
Hey, Aryan.
If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
This looks rather sneaky.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
How are you doing, Aryan?
A vast complex beneath the island. Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
Oh.
Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yep.
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Let's go for a swim. 15 subs to go for 400. We're almost there. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. I'm gonna head to Nomenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cubs back. Yeah, probably. That... Wait, what's this one? Studio, meh? Pam, 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 pam. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Everyone's still reading here. Welcome back, Zenka. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Y'shtola observed earlier, Nomenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Zenko and Eliseo learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayan know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilizing on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthus and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. A fine idea. What should we expect down there? Anything would be better than burying my head into another dusky book. What should we expect down there, though? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. Oh boy. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there and I'll show you where the entrance is. Okay, this is not the first dungeon, right? If I'm not mistaken, that one was gonna take a lot more time. Or is it? No way, right? No, alright. Ready? Labyrinthus is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Alize and try not to fall behind. Now off we go. Oh wow, yeah, try not to lose her, okay. Probably have to press my walk button, because we still walk faster. Alize, you got tiny legs. Alize with her short legs. Da, 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 da. I can't even... Oh my gosh, I can't even just press walk forward because we're still too fast. Oh, now we run, okay. There we go. That's more like it. I like this though. I like how they added this. Okay, I'll probably unqueue and queue as a healer because unbelievable, 55 minutes in queue. Like, what the actual though? I guess no one does the Nier Automata raid specifically anymore. Kinda makes sense, I guess everyone's doing Endwalker stuff. But I still want to finish it, so... And I would like some more of the gear from the second raid, so I'll probably have to do that as a healer as well. Bam, bam, bam. Here we are. Through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry, otherwise we should keep moving. No, I already attuned to everything, no worries. Wait, the chocobo keep down here? Okay. Didn't see that coming. A chocobo masker, really? A mask, I mean, masker, what? Chocobo mask, look at that. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permissions for our group's descent. Right, everyone on the lift, and down we go. Pow pow, pa pow pow pow. Okay, let's have a look, shall we?
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, A profound transformation.
That's like an entire new city down below a city. What the actual? And it looks like it has a sky.
Buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Yikes. Labyrinthus, the Northern Empty. What the actual though? That must be a holographic sky or something, right?
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
Ooh.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
What's wrong with Kryl?
Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Also, how long does it take for Elfinot to become a sage? Because in the trailer we saw him using sage weapons, right? Also, 61 minutes in queue. I think that's a nice queue to withdraw. Mid DLC? Okay, okay. Thanks. There we go. It still says a flippin' long queue, but it might still be shorter as a healer. Oh, let's have a look. This is insane though. This is really well made. What's up, what's up? Gather information in Upper Akrintos, okay. Hi there. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Your exchange with Erenville was taught you about exhausted gleaners. Wait, we can mount here. This is a map? Oh my gosh, this is actually a map. What the? Yabe. This is so huge. This is actually a map with mobs running around? Oh my gosh. This place is huge. Let me think. The rare seed should be item 1058, common seeds 1059, snow blueberry 1060, or were they 1061? Oh, my head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out and carry in? I thought it was a city. Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Corton carrots for the Girabanian carrots? What then? Your exchange with Thief taught you about lot shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthus. I thought this was just like a main city like, you know, Charlian itself, but just like a lot bigger view and like not accessible. Didn't expect the first map to be flipping under under the city. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so they take stock in Labyrinthus, you know, sort of, and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before though. They just did one a few summers ago even, then with no warning at all, and this mess gets dropped in our labs. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Taking stocks in Labyrinthus. Any luck, Zenko? What tales did the Gleaners have to tell? The second main city will be on the end of the DLC already? Oh my gosh. For a series of reasons I'll understand. So this is... Charlian is literally the only main city then so far? Okay. Well, Kugane is still our home. So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else? That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthus upside down in the process. We should do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who was tasked them to do it. If it's your game, Zenko, I have an idea. Oh, if your game, okay. What's up? Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Okay. Yo, do you need him alive, or can I just smack him and, you know, I guess he needs him alive. You wish to help me find the marmots? Have nothing suitable to pay you for your service, but if you're offering out of goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. It's exactly what we're planning. The name is Erenville, friend, specialist in collecting of live specimen. They need to be alive. That said, the capture of these next-gen marmots is a trial if no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking of little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard, there are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on marmot or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Easy, man. We're a level 90 Reaper. Ah, yes. I forgot about this. I forgot about that. We can't fly here. We can't fly here. I forgot about that. Forgot about this. Well, I guess we're gonna be exploring as well, eh? A troll, literally a troll. Pretty sure nothing's going to attack me here, since the level gap. Except for those things, of course. Gluttony. Chirp, squeak. Oh crap, it's running away. Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers out into the underbrush. I always do these ether compass things in the meantime. Northeast now, okay. Ooh, finally! That went a lot faster now, didn't it? Well, at least, you know, if someone accepts. How do you like the looks? I use the adventure science. The adventure science, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, science adventures piece. It actually looks not too bad. And the weapon is always the same one at the moment. The augmented Skaven Magitech wings. I like those the most. I would prefer the ones we're getting eventually, but, you know, you just mentioned that it's still gonna take a long time, so... Would be nice if someone would actually accept the flippin' invitation. Northeast. Oh, it's up there. I was about to say, is it gonna be up there? It happens to be up there. I actually do want to see this quickly. Kabam. Shirley, see you when you're back. Here we go. First time I'm gonna do this raid, so let's hope it's not too hard. I don't know. I guess our gear shall help us a little bit, even though we get under-leveled a bit, but still. The tower at Paradigm's Breach. Here we go. The Lost Niratamana raid. This might help, like, our future level 80s that we want to level. Or, well, 90s, whatever. Future leveling might be helped by this, let's put it like that. Double Sage. And so, hey, we are fully classical geared with actually big materia and some. So it might... So we might be able to do something decent here. I already critically healed him. He already has double shields. Like, our pieties are the big ones. And are like 36 piety, and the critical hits are the 24 ones. Yeah, of course, I know it's not gonna help against one-shot mechanics, but still. We got 3 sages. Ha. Oh, we need to access this. Didn't see. My shields are powerful, man. We're gonna be good. No worries. What is this place, though? Okay. You know, we push through anything most of the time, so... Just have to try that here as well. We maybe will have, like, less mana problems, though. Oh gosh, that's some damage already. Okay, we're gonna have to stop reading chat a bit and pay attention here. At least for a little bit. The Forgiven Pendulum is quite nice. Shadowbringer's dungeon. Wait, how can a Shadowbringer dungeon drop sage weapons? They added it after you start as a level 70 Sage and Reaper. Okay, yeah. Everyone hiding here, so I'm just gonna do the same. Yeah, 2B all the way over there. Oh, okay, I see. Push mechanics. I like how everyone in our party is like full HP and look at the other parties. Time to heal the others. Can Nully adopt you? What? Oh boy. There's so much going on, I barely know what I'm doing. Well, I know what heals I'm using and stuff, but you know. It's hard to tell what the mechanics do, to be honest. Really? We lost our first dude. Our first guy died. This is supposed to be like one of the aliens, I guess. What party am I gonna actually see? Okay. I'm just gonna greed and need everything. At the moment I was just following the group, to be fair, and just keeping sure everyone stayed alive. Good luck, don't die. Nice. Those are encouraging words. This is from the replicant Gastron. A whole different game? Okay. Here we go. Honestly, I'm just enjoying Sage gameplay anyway. Wait, I took damage somehow? I don't know what I did wrong, but... Have fun in this? Okay. Ah, okay. I see. When they hold up their weapon, the side their weapon has been held up will be the side they will deal damage on. Okay, so now that one has a shield? Ah, probably a reflect, so you have to switch targets, I guess, every so many times. Everyone on him. Here, 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 here. Pretty sure this is a collect for less pain. Or share, I mean. Okay, so... Everyone's standing... here? Ah, okay. Alright, alright. Kinda get it. Which one now? Oh, we just got one tank keeping that one busy. How do you decide which one to go for? I don't get that. Oh, wow. That's some nice damage. The one with lower HP will get a shield, okay. That's the hold up attack, I guess. No, it's something different. Oh, I think we want to stand... Wait, where do we want to stand exactly for this one? Here? Oh, they switched locations. Okay, that's a sneaky move right there. I think the piety materia are helping my mana though. A little bit. Yeah, but Oh my gosh. So many wipe. Oh ho ho. Okay, I did a whole lot of healing to the ally healers. I hope it was enough. Looks like we got everyone up again, so that seems good. Would have been cool if I would have been able to do this as a Reaper, but you know. The queue literally took over an hour, and we still were not closer to actual... Oh gosh, that's gonna be annoying. I'm probably gonna feel this, yeah, but we're good. We had a shield up. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on, I have no clue where to stand. At the moment, to be completely honest. I'm gonna play safe, gonna put a shield on myself here real quickly. So far so good, I think. Nice. That was pretty cool. Got him. Oh yeah, we're in the tower, true. True. Last time it spawned like a gigantic tower. Pardon me there. That cough came out of nowhere. Bunch of 2Ps. Hey, Zhonglin. How are you doing? Welcome. Whoa. That mechanic though. Right. I noticed the laser was going for me again. Oh gosh. Oh, so many. What level was those history? 82. So once I can do level 82 dungeons, we'll have our different looking attacks. Okay. Can we actually fall off here? Kind of afraid of that. Red girl. Okay. How are you doing, Zhonglin? She's from Nier Automata, okay. Can you say good luck? Oh gosh. I don't like it when you say that. I'll need it. Oh man. I have a cube, I don't know what the cube does, so I'm just not gonna move too much, I think. And just do a lot of AoE heals. We're playing Tetris now, apparently. I have no clue what this does. I think it just does an AoE explosion around me. And it does a lot of damage. Oh no! I got one shot. What damaged me there? Is it because I hit the wall? Or was standing on... Oh, I probably died because I was under the wall. I guess. Oh gosh, no. Okay, that was confusing because I just got up and I also have no clue what these mechanics are. I do know one thing, which is if one of the healers is not gonna heal or rest anyone of our party, we're wipe. Fun? Oh, it's just flipping confusing, that's kinda all it is. I don't know what killed me the first time. Floor simulator, because you're down on the ground most of the time, I'm guessing. What is... Wait, what? Okay, so... So you need the other color to destroy stuff? Yeah, because if you're the same color, then you're safe. Okay. I try. Are you really gonna stand here still? Thanks, Nolly. I did not pay attention there. So I'm safe here. Okay. Phew. Oh gosh. This is so a mess. But if we keep it up, we might make it. I'm a bit low on mana since I died though. That was a Reaper limit break. Yeah, I was too late. I was too late. I'm good here. And this, I think the color of the floor is deciding which gives you damage. Oh no, okay, we actually just have a full corner here. That might be the case as well. Oh. Meteor hasn't killed me yet though. Wait, what is... Okay, now I'm... We got her. Wow. Woohoo. The best run you've seen. Well, we only died twice, so. And our second death was really short after our first, which kind of makes sense most of the time, because you get up, you don't know what's about to happen soon, and then, you know, out of mana as well. Still low HP, so you just die again. Whew. Well, you're not supposed to be on our elevator, right? Get off here. Oh gosh, now there's two of them. Okay, one of them is going down. Not the other one, I guess. Meanwhile, I was not paying attention to all the orbs around me. A real quick panic self-heal. That's always welcome. Nice. Duty progress 5 out of 6. Are we going to the final boss now? Ooh. Interesting. Yep, final boss. Mapping the realm. Oh my gosh. What will it take for these things to die and stay dead? Good question. But it looks like a hologram, so... Oh. Creepy hologram this time, though. Oh, neat. He has the same trick. Just not as advanced, apparently. Someone initiated a ready check. I'm not ready. I'm watching the cutscene. Really? And you still are going to commence the battle? 3 people were not ready. That's just gonna be GG for you guys. We're still watching the cutscene. You start a ready check. There's 3 people not ready, and you're still going to start the fight. That is not on me. I want to see this. Ah, they can wipe it then. That's their fault. I'm not skipping it. They should have waited. The false idol. Okay, I'm not reading that number. She seems to be trying to get out of the cube, but she can't. Apparently. Oh, there we go. I think I should be fine here. Yeah. She looks cool though. I don't really know what to do here. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, I get it now. This is kind of like fighting the Harpy Queen, or the new Harpy Queen that I call her. It's kind of the same-ish. Oh, almost jumped too far. I like how everyone dodged it to the left. Meanwhile, I was like at the right. To like a few others. I'm gonna stand here. Oh, hang on. Ah, okay, that's my bad. I don't know how to tell that one yet. Haven't seen anything that can help me out with that skill. Oh, both the healers dead. That was supposed to happen, okay. Let the light in. Okay. Her inflorescence. When I don't know what's happening, I just follow the biggest group I can find. Okay. I saw that right at the end. Whoa! That was indeed a whole ass building, and now it's choo-choo train. Okay, you actually do need to go on the red one because otherwise you're still dead. Hi Ellie, welcome back. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Can't deny that. The trains are one-shots? Okay. I'm surrounded, I don't know what this does. Aha, okay. I get it now. I have to turn accordingly. I took a quick read. Took a quick read. I was not gonna risk that. Matching colors to be safe. Oh, that's probably gonna fall somewhere. Yeah. Wait, am I not safe here? Ah, no, I'm not. Okay, so one building knocks you back, the other one smacks you if you are under it. Alright. Now the annoying phase. Low HP, low mana, recovering because of one mistake. Crap. Guess it's fine. Choo-choo train? Wait, that's a different train. Oh, that's a train with passengers, okay. Okay, this is the matching colors again. Wait, it's a... Wait. Oh yeah, it's the ring. Oh gosh, it's fast. Okay, everyone's HP is up again, it's fine. I got you, tank. I got you, buddy. Oh, I might have some damage on myself, that's fine. Oh gosh, he just got revived. Oh, not paying attention here. Yabbit. Did not see that both of the mechanics were all going on. Yeah, that poor guy. He just got back up, instantly down. Time to heal our tank a bit. Yeah. Cool. I was about to still run in that one. So get close to this one. Oh, what? Wait, what? That's a really far knockoff. Oh, come on. That's a really far knock. Oh, I might die here as well now. No, okay, I'm good. That's really far. That was really messed up. Yeah, it looks like I had to be still closer. Oh, there's gonna be jokes. Wait, how? Wait, what? That was a weird one. Heavy arms normally does attack damage to left and right of her, but she was facing me and it still hurt me. Oh, I'm totally not paying attention on those things now. That was a weird one. I thought heavy arms was like to her left and to her right. Oh, it's a red ball that got me, okay. Didn't see it. But I think we good, right? Nice. Alright, you know, I died a few times, but we didn't actually wipe, so we did good. Nice. Ooh, there's a lot of cool loot apparently. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of loot. So I'm gonna greed everything here that I can greed and need what I can greed. 2 B cards. Wait, did I get one? Yeah, I got one! Stuffed android units. Modern aesthetic battle. I don't know what that is. I got a lot of stuff, I think. We got the 2B card as well. Got 2 songs. Got a minion. Yeah, of course I liked it. We got 2B's hair. Oh, that's what it is. Wait, did I just use that? Is that what I... Wait. Oh, yeah, here, this one. Oh! Didn't see. And we got 2B cart as well. Let's take a look. Okay, so we already have 2P from last time. Now we have 2B, 8, 6, 4, and an A. Card decks. Recommend. Okay, they don't recommend using 2B, but okay. Took you 10 raids to get that hair. We can't let it keep opening. Back me up here, 2B. What are you doing? I'll help you from the other side. Take care of Konnog. And yeah, I liked it. There was a lot going on though, I had to keep a lot of attention there. I was about to say, we wake up and everyone's gone, probably. Oh, they're actually still there. But they're knocked out, though. Alert, Unit 2B and 9 as vital systems offline. Save data found in memory regions, initiating playback. Wait, they're completely offline. Vital systems, even. This is Yora Unit 2B recording. We discovered that our enemies, the white-clothed androids, the tower, that colossal girl, came from that white orb. As did 9S and I. It's a gate between worlds, and its purpose is to destroy this one. As long as 9S and I are on this side, it can never be closed. We have to go. Aww. But we'll save the memories of our reunion, and of the time we spent in this world with you. Some things are just too precious to lose. So thank you. Playback ended. No. No. I'm gonna miss him though. Now I really want to spam the second one for the 2B minion. Or was it this one? I forgot which one dropped the 2B minion. Lolly, that scared the shit out of me. Okay, I'm probably skipping it now because I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have any cool cutscenes anymore. The tower drops 9S and the little robot. Yeah, the second raid drops 2B and 2P. Okay, so I want to continue that raid a few more times. If I can. Because that one also, I think, dropped the Dragoon gear. AKA Reaper gear as well for the looks. Which my Reaper is using. I thought I had a part of that now as well, by the way. The Yoru 53 gear or something like that. Oh, looks like I didn't get any of the gear this time. Okay. I think we have 2P already though. I think I did get... So that's... yeah, but 2P is the bad one. We don't want you. We want 2B. 2B is gonna be in the favorites. It's just sad because the little Luster brother... Yeah. He's gonna leave the city. Okay, so... I just read the cutscenes during my voice breakdown. I just read the cutscenes where 2B actually came in to play, but she's gone now. So bye, I guess. Go back inside, really? Oh, this quest was a lot of this though. Back inside, back outside, back inside, back outside. The raids are nice, but the little dwarfs though. I think I did my best though in the raid. Yeah, I died a few times, but it's also the totally first time that I did it, so... So Nelly just explained what happened, so it's all good. We can skip. It's all right. It's all fine. Skip, skip, skip. I need to go to the little shrine. They want him dead. Yeah, he's gone now anyway. That's another reason why he leaves. That's probably a valid reason to leave. Stop this, you silly dwarfs, or I will take out my sight and mess you all up. Okay, back outside now. I'm guessing that was the last quest? Not yet? Really? Wait, do I still need to do this? Is this the... Oh, wait. Oh, I clicked yes, didn't I? No, wait. What is this? Nully, do you know by any chance? Is this still a quest worthy of my attention? Okay, while you think of the answer, meanwhile I'm gonna go to the little shrine real quickly because I need to go. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. More than 30 minutes of waiting time, obviously, as DPS. Again. Oh, yeah, what is this quest? I don't know what this is. What is this? What are you? What are you? Ah, okay, that was to start the weekly. Okay, so now we're done. So now we're done with that. Okay, yeah, cool. Alright, that's fine, it's perfect. Oh no! I got into the dungeon without attuning to Charlian. Crap, I need to take the elevator again then. Okay. I kind of want to take a look at the hairstyle. Let's go to the inn real quickly. Which is here. I don't think I'll use it on a male, but if we even can already, I don't even know if we could. This cutscene cannot be skipped, okay. Hello. Let's see, can we take this hairstyle? I don't know. Yes, we can. Oh, we have. Oh, it looks like we have another special one. Well, this would be cute on a girl, but obviously not on our on us. Cancel. It's still cool that we have it though. Or it's still cool that we have it though. That's for sure. Okay, now I need to find my way back to where I was. Over there, right? The rostra. Wait, I thought I had all of them already covered. We can actually go to the hall. Oh, we can... okay, so we can teleport like this. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we were going to get those things, and I have to go up there for my thingy. Because I didn't pick this up. It's ether current. Let's go. Suppose I could queue on the healer, but I feel like we won't be able to progress our main story if I queue out the healer. And I did say that we're just gonna focus on main story now. So for now I will focus on main story and try to get 2B mini pet and the rest of the Yoru 53 armor, which is my chest piece that I'm using now if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or the Yora on a different time. There we go. Oh, so many again. Yeah. South, and we have to go over there. Wait, what? You're actually going for me? You got some nerve. Didn't expect that to happen, honestly. A level 80 monster going for a level 90 character. Whew. That's some guts. That guy has some guts. Hi, Grizzled Mouse. Rat sack. Gotcha. Oh! Oh, still didn't get him. Okay, no, we still didn't get him. Ba-ba-dum-bum. Ah, flippin' annoying cough. Not me at all. I don't know if it's up or if it's gonna be below me, but... Below is somewhere we can get when we're up, but not the other way around. And it's up. We catch you this time, buddy. Yes. Our QB is so big though. QB mount is so big. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Got him. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Sure. Don't let them escape again, okay? Was an entire mess catching that thing. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Ah, you're welcome. It asked you to capture them in the first place. What will you do with the marmots now? Yeah, what will you do with them now? I think the other thing is too obvious. That's for the forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind Labyrinthus after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Zenko. Is this gleaner you'd mentioned, the one who was looking for lost marmots? Yep. Which we caught. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I'm Kryal of the Students of Baldesion. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthus. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical, never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls, other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Oh, fine. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun, and the forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telophoroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of event is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthus and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telophoroi's declaration was set it all into motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthus. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archean? From there we can reach the lower... Kryal, what's wrong? That's the second time though. I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archean. We followed a path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, this is the stroll you need to watch out for. Something's off with Kryal. Pretty sure about it. Oh, let's use this mount for a while again. With our awesome song. Yeah. Almost forgot about this one. Forward forward and back, and then forward and back. Forward and back, and then forward and back. Forgot about this song almost. Na 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 na. Yeah. Na 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 na. Forward and back, and then forward and back. I need some dark mount. Do I have a dark mount by any chance? Something that fits Reaper. Not a big fan of this thing, whatever it is. I could always run with the motorcycle, but... Or this weird thingy. Isn't that thing that carries me, right? Yeah. That's so silly. Could also go with this. Man, it's not dark now, is it? It does make for a fancy mount. I don't know. Let's stick with the robot for a bit. Behold, the Archeon. As Nomenon serves as Sharlayan's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The hand. The architecture too is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. I guess you almost don't see the Lala being held by the hand, right? Is that the reason? Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Mean, but yes. I mean, there's still another gemstone trader. What are you? That's a different question mark from everything else. Uh-huh. Okay, but there's nothing fancy. Ooh. Are we going with my Y'shtola deck? Yeah, we're going with my Y'shtola deck. Let's go. This has been a long time. Do I still know how to play this game? Okay. My Y'shtola deck. My unbeatable Y'shtola deck. Hi NLCR. Yes, we're playing Final Fantasy. How are you doing? Mate, I should do this. And well, well, his monkey will take over this one, but we still win. Yeah. You doing fine? Nice. Me too. Oh, we didn't get the card on a rematch. You have a card that I don't. What's the main deck actually? Let's see. I don't even know my main deck. It's the Griffin, Arnvald, and Daishin. Okay. Oof, you're getting destroyed. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have all the cards. Oh man, still didn't get the card. Okay. A little frog in the background. Greetings, we are here to peruse the Arcane's vaults. Peruse? You're clearly not gleaners, then might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldesion. But is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were, well, open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved into the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. That doesn't sound right. Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? Nope. That surface has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over the conveyance of inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldesion. Okay, he knows more. He knows more. He knows way more than he wants to let on. We are in an impasse, as we have no other leads. I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Good work. Ah, someone there. Bemused student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Arcane, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Squeal, squeal. Oh, the little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Arcane is open again. Okay. Sure, it's a creature, right? Hey, look, little frog again. What's up? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though. Shouldering a large pack engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. Okay. Or whatever it is he's doing. Forward and back, and then we're forward and back. Crap. There it is. Not the same guy? Quiet, you'll frighten it away. Yeah, it's him again. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. Okay. Effects are short-lived, so lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Cacao. But didn't it have green feathers? And it also was a normal color, like, right? So it must be that one. Hit the right part with a dart. We expert dart shooter.
A fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Nicely done. Hey.
There you are. Any new revelations?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
That sounds cozy.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species, too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going.
I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Hi. Okay. Mine shaft it is. Padam pam pam. Exactly to the west, huh? Oh gosh, I don't trust this. Okay, I think it's... Wait, northwest now? Must be below me then. I can't jump off. It's probably below me, I guess. I can't even jump off. I'm also not seeing it there. Now it's southwest again. Can't see anything from here, so yeah. It's probably below me. It's a pain to get that one. Okay. We'll get it another time then. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. It's faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slaveling beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps as such before we continue. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on. Given the terrain ahead though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. There's one. Forward and back, and then forward and back, and then we forward and back. Forward and back rudely. Forward and back, and then forward and back. It's still a funny song though. In a good way. Right? Yep, indeed. It's one of those songs that you can't forget. Once you hear like a few tunes of it, it's GG well played. And then forward and back, and then forward and back. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples of agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area research projects. Let's follow the path of the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Okay. Wait. We actually happen to be going to... Yeah, the Aether Current we were before looking for. Right? Yeah. We are. I'm gonna go have a look first. Northwest, so it's below. There it is. That's not a pain to get to, it's just around. There we go. That was easy. I think I got 3 so far. Yeah, 3. Pumpkins and grapes. Aha, now I know where we are. This is Mariel Agronomics. Labyrinthus hosts to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthus colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic, you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? Yep. How? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues. Oh, waiting time average is 22 and we're 24 waiting. Maybe we can do part 2 of the raid again, but with Reaper this time. Would be cool. And hopefully getting 2 beam as a mini pet then. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? The mineshaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the field, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurance that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. In other words, you also know zip. Kinda like us. Overwhelmed laborer. Poor guy. Do I have all to be taken down below? More than I can carry and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport, hence the stack of crates atop the hill over there. Gods, hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. Okay. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only need a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular local in the very place upon which Labyrinthus was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsebart. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. It used to be called Corvus before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amonis. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, and one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthus. It since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Investigate stacked boxes. This mount is humongous though. Definitely in like like normal mode. Flying mode is better, but normal mode is huge. Go me. The labels on these crates tell the story of their content. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports.
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Hmm?
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
It's pretty cool though.
And
It's like those feeling
other
rings, you know?
mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Have you learned aught of interest?
I'll explain after the cutscene, hang on.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly. Isn't that the entrance to the Archaean?
And our fellow gleaner again.
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Cryle?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
Yeah, she was a bit distracted.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Something's wrong with Kryle though. So, feeling ring, as far as I know, I guess it's more or less like a toy some humans had. I don't know. But they were like rings that they made, and it had like a specific type of gem around the ring, like a band. Like the entire ring existed out of some sort of stone or jade, and that also changed color depending on how you feel, apparently. Is Kryle still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Erenville was headed westwards along the path outside Arkin. Come, we can still catch him. Wait, so he's that way? He's this way, and all my teammates are going down. Okay. It sounds cool. As far as it's actually true and correct how it works, it's a different story, but that was the gist of it at least. That's another one that's in like the lower level probably. Yeah, okay. Hold a moment, I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinth's climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent on the former, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Gran is vanished while we're here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Oh gosh. Goodness! Yabbit. Yeah, honta ni yabe. We're big frogs though. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'll be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Which reminds me, were the creature's hereabouts, in that form you're essentially defenseless. If changed into a toad, you must remain transfigured in order to progress with the quest objectives. Oh gosh, never ask a black mage to be stealthy, I guess. Ribbit, Elfino. Ribbit. Elfie Toad and Ollie Toad are now accompanying you. Keep the Elfie Toad and Ollie Toad. Oh gosh. Let's go, hippity hoppity. Oh my gosh, the sound effect as well. Stay away from enemies. Oh, really now? So I'm staying on the pod. Ever seen frogs stick to the pod so nicely as us? Ribbit. Alito turns to the face north. Perhaps she's suggesting to cross the bridge. Ribbit. Alfito attempts and fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he's telling you this is the wrong way. Wait. So Alfino thinks this is the wrong way. Alize thinks it's this way. Just make our way up, I guess. It's there, right? Walking toads now.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlian scholars and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlian was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
He knows.
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
He knew.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Don't try to fool an expert. Nice. That was a good one. I like that one. I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telopheroid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request of 4-8. Well, duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources. Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Krile for the moment, see what they think of this. Hey, there's another one. Man, flippin' that raid queue with a DPS is unbelievable though. Southeast now. Is it equally bad in like actual endgame content, Nolly? Like imagine if we'd be unlocking, you know, the stuff in which you can actually get maybe better gear than classical. Are the queues equally bad over there? Though I guess that... No, that doesn't depend server to server, you know? I was about to say that probably does depends from server, but no, dungeons are like server-wide, right? Though this is obviously the level 80 raid, so maybe that's the reason why. Krile is gone. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? Yep. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Krile, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced with? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. I'm gonna call this one soon though, take a break. Maybe watch a movie first. Before I come back. I'm also getting hungry again. And then forward and back. Those flowers were up here, right? Or up there? I forgot. Oh, they were up here. Yep, there she is at the flowers again. They still look grey though.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Ah.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead. Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Thank you.
Eidolon.
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower. Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Uh-oh.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Yeah, what a lovely dad indeed.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
I'm pretty sure we could, right, with our level 90 Reaper, full classical gear and materia. We'd probably whoop his butt. What chance does he stand against Zenko Sakura? None. Well, she would cheer for us, duh. Of course she would be cheering for us. Hi there, Graha. Doing fine? How you doing, buddy?
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
That smile.
Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Warmongers, really now? We're not looking for war. We stop wars, you baka. Oh, look at that!
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Probably without her hat.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Bunch of cowards.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a Forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Hello, Boku.
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process. To better understand the historical trends
How are you doing?
underlying their most major decisions.
And welcome.
At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
The one guy couldn't finish his sentence? What was that? Darth
Do
Vader?
as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, hmm? By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Montaigne raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand. I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Huh. Well, that's the end of the game, guys. We are not allowed to investigate anymore. Bye-bye. Alright. I'm also gonna take a break here. That's why I took a screenshot. This seems like a good place to end it anyway. We can't continue our investigations anyway. It's the end of the game, guys. It's the end of the game. I'm gonna withdraw this since we're not going to continue. So, on that note, mina arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much everyone for joining the stream. Hope you had a fun time. The upcoming Final Fantasy streams will most probably be more and more main story. I do want to try and get some more stuff from the Puppet Bunker, like the B2 mini pet and hopefully some more armor parts, which will fit the Yora Type 53 code of maiming, because that would be cool. I don't think I have any others now. There was one, but we didn't get it though. No, I don't see anything. Okay, so yeah. We'll probably take a tiny break now, and I'll be back later today. Before or after dinner, I don't know for sure yet. I will have to see. Or I might be back really soon if I can't take a break. I don't know. It's going to depend a bit. But anyway, thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day, evening or night, and hope to see you in the next one. Mina arigatou gozaimasu, and bye bye. Sayonara. Bye bye.